You Can Win by Shiv Khare. The book talks about the winners and the losers. Winners have some common traits. Once you start following those traits, you can also win the game of life. Trait number 1. Create one attitude. A study conducted by Harvard University, they found that when a person gets a job or a promotion, 85% of the time it is because of his attitude and 15% of the time it is because of his knowledge or intelligence. The foundation of success, regardless of your chosen field, is attitude. You must have heard the story of David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant of a man. He struck fear in everyone's heart. One day, David asked his brother, "Why don't you stand up and fight the giant?" The brother replied, "Don't you see, he is too big to hit." But David said, "No, he is not too big to hit. He is too big to miss." The rest is history. David killed the giant with a slingshot. Same giant, different perception to a positive thinker attitude can be a stepping stone to success to a negative thinker. It can be a stumbling block trait. Trait number 2. Success. Winners prepare themselves for success. Success is a matter of choice and not chance. Success leaves clues. If we identify and adapt the qualities of a successful person, we can also become successful. Successful people don't give up easily. And once BC Pop said, history has demonstrated that the most notable winners usually encountered heartbreaking obstacles before they triumph or they win. They won because they refused to become discouraged by their defeats. This reminds me a story of a person. This person failed in business at the age of 21. He was defeated in the legislative race at the age of 22. Failed again at a business at the age of 24. His love died at the age of 26. Lost sensational or sectorial race at the age of 45. Lastly, he was elected President of United States of America at the age of 52. The person was Abraham Lincoln. As winners spread on the path of success, he faced many obstacles. Obstacles to success on fear. Fear results in insecurity, lack of confidence, and procrastination. Primarily, procrastination comes from lack of understanding. To live in a fear is to live in an emotional prison. Think of fear as false evidence appearing real. Lack of motivation. Motivation is a spark that ignites actions there. There are two types of motivation, internal and external. External motivation comes from outside, such as money, fame, society, approval, or the fear. Internal motivation comes from within, such as pride, a sense of achievement, responsibility, and belief. Low self esteem. Self esteem is how we feel about ourselves. Our opinions of ourselves matters a lot. Develop a high self esteem. Let us compare people with high self esteem and low self esteem. High self esteem people talks about ideas. They have a caring attitude. They understand other people. They discuss matters and usually they are givers. People with low self-esteem talks about other people. They have a critical attitude. They are generally greedy. They argue. They are usually takers. Ego. It is an unhealthy pride that results in arrogance. Healthy pride is a feeling of pleasure, of accomplishment with humility. Trait number 3. Goal setting. Goals are dreams with a deadline, and an action plan makes definite goals. Goals have a plan to accomplish them. Read the goals and plans twice a day. This way you will attain your goals. Goals should be SMART here. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. For achieving your goals, you have to learn new skills. The 4 stages of learning. First, I remember the way I learned to ride the bike. Stage 1. Unconscious. Incompetent. At this stage, I was not aware of about the thing that I can't ride a bike. I was unconscious, the worst part I had. No skills to ride away. I was in competent stage to conscious, incompetent. After so many trials, I came to know I can't ride a bike. I was conscious of my inability. Still I had no skills to ride away. I was in competent stage. Stage 3. Conscious competence. As I practiced more and more, I was able to ride the bike comfortably. I was conscious about the process. I had developed the skills to ride a bike. I was competent. Stage number 4, unconscious competence. At this stage, I don't have to understand the mechanics of a bike riding. It became natural. I could ride the bike like a pro. I was unconsciously competent. Still think that people don't achieve excellence. The big reason is lack of vision or limited vision. We need to dream beyond what is possible. Remember one thing, everything we see today, such as mobile phones, laptops, or internet, they are all ever like dream before they are turned into reality. Lastly, I would quote Shiv Khairas: winners don't do different things, they do things differently.